Well, good afternoon, Speed Gaming. It's great to be here again, supporting ShinyZeni, running 100% item collection in this legendary game, Super Metroid. My name is the Hockey Towner, and I'm joined by the one, the only Kip. How you doing, Kip?
Doing great, Hockey. Happy to be here for another chance to raise money for charity. Watch Zenny do his thing in Hundo and do some fun comms with you. With that said, I will let you. Well, I was going to have you count us down. Looks like Zenny's already started, so let's get this thing rolling.
He's out of the gate, Kip. He's on Sirius Station before we can even get through the intro. I love it. And I also love being a part of this marathon, supporting No Kid Hungry. Great charity. And of course, we have, since this is Super Metroid, we have the Save Kill the Animals incentive. So, as our great host, the Greenleaf Effect, said, get those donations in, whether save or kill. But, Kip, what are you feeling today?
Well, the very first time, I've mentioned this a few times on comms, the very first time I ever saw Super Metroid at a charity event, I donated for Save the Animals because I just didn't understand. I just thought Kill the Animals sounded really bad. And then I became a Super Metroid runner and realized what I had done wrong and have constantly been atoning for my sins ever since. So I'm in the kill camp for sure. I did want to mention one thing. Greenleaf mentioned a $200 incentive to get, he referred to it as the Deshora, which I've never heard anyone call it that. I think that's better because it sounds like dash, and that's exactly what the bird does. So I'm going to start calling it that from now on. Actually, I'm being serious. I really like that. Good job,
I do too. I was like, you say Takora and I say Deshora.
Yeah, I love it.
I was fired up about it for sure. I loved it. Multiple pronunciations are definitely allowed. But yeah, that'd be great to see that incentive being met and that extra run by Apathy Duck. Really looking forward to it. But we gotta hit that $200 threshold. And ShinyZeni, good series. He's heading down to the surface of planet Zebes as always. And yeah, 100% item collection, Kip. I feel like we've been here before.
Yeah, this time it might be a little bit easier for us to focus because there's only one person to watch. We did another charity event with Zenny like a week or two ago where he raced Zost, which was a lot of fun. Zenny currently has the second fastest hundo time in the world. I believe his PB is like a 113.03 or 04, something like that. Something really low, close to 112. And Zost is a few seconds ahead of him with a 112.50 something. But Zenny's been working hard, doing a lot of runs. He's a phenomenal runner, and I think you guys are in for a treat here. So yeah, as Hockey mentioned, this run is about collecting exactly 100 items. Give us a little bit of a breakdown for the general flow of the run, Hockey.
Well, as most vanilla categories for Super Metroid speedrunning start off, we're here into Criteria, into Retro Brinstar. Things are kind of creepy and weird, and the music is very foreboding, but we're going to light it off, picking up this Morph Ball and that first missile pack. And there's plenty more items in Retro Brinstar to pick up, but we're not going to see those for probably about an hour and some change. But,
yeah, that's kind of the irony, right? Like we get a few
yeah.
items here early, and then the very last items are here in the run, which is kind of neat.
But the general flow of it is going to kind of follow. I think it kind of follows any percent to a point. But of course, you know, there's so many more items to pick up off the beaten path. But Zenny will be doing kind of the late croc route. So picking up that ice beam instead of the grapple beam to be able to do the ice clip in Meridia. And contrary to the way that Zost runs the game, we will not see, I believe, an early power bombs pickup from Zenny.
That's correct. Really small alteration of the route by Zost, and you know, it's kind of one of those whatever your preference is kind of things, because I think it technically can save a very, you know, small amount of time, but as you know, when you're at the highest level, you're trying to get everything you can get, but at the same time, it also presents some other challenges potentially. So anyway, this run is, like Hockey mentioned, is similar in terms of boss order to what we call Old Route, which is sort of the, you know, intended way of getting through the game. He will kill Kraid, then Phantoon, Dragon, and then Ridley. but along the way he will go to different sections of the map to clear out some items and whatnot. So this is going to be a lot of fun. One thing I do love about Hundo in terms of watching it is you get more of the OP items for longer in the run, and so you get chances to get some really cool tech in with like space jump and spring ball and stuff like that.
Absolutely right, Kip. We do love to see those OP items used to their maximum effect. And speaking of OP, how about this Bomb Terizo fight? Zeni's going to bring up into the air, land some shots.
Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah.
That was
Unhappy.
atrocious RNG.
Drops, yeah. But Zeni made a great recovery here. No decapitation animation. Y'all know I love saying that. I never get tired of saying it. That Bomb Terizo fight, trying to avoid that decapitation animation. And what I love now from Zeni, skipping ahead here, this little Alcatraz escape, that he does the right side instead of the left. It's so interesting to me.
Yes, and for those of you not familiar with the Super Metroid community, I just want to explain something very quickly. There's really not any rivalries in the SM community because the game is so crazy difficult that it's really kind of like we're all versus the game. So when I just laughed at him not getting missiles, I wasn't laughing at Zeni. I was laughing to keep from crying because that's how this game works.
You don't know whether to laugh or cry sometimes with Super Metroid, but we're having a good time here. There'll be plenty of laughs. Not at Zeni's expense whatsoever.
Of course not.
He's a fantastically accomplished runner, one of the best that the game has ever seen in its history. There aren't enough superlatives in the thesaurus really to describe just what an impact and what an amazing runner he is.
Yeah, not only fantastic hundo time, but very accomplished runner. I mean, world record holder in RBO, a very accomplished runner in a lot of other categories, including several world records in the extension categories, which are really fun. In fact, that would be a good time for us to, again, mention that if we can raise $200 during this run, we will have one of those extension category runs. And I believe Apathy Duck, who is in our chat at the moment, will be the runner for that if we can reach it. So you guys donate for No Kid Hungry, obviously a very worthy and awesome cause.
No question about it, Kip. Did you see Zeni stick that D-boost off the waiver upstairs at those early supers? Zeni really impressing early here. His movement looks, I'm bringing it back. It looks quality crisp. I don't think that's trademarked yet, but yeah, really impressive so far. We're not even 8 minutes into this hour 13, hour 14 run, so lots of movement to come.
Oh, look at that beautiful mock ball over the bridge there to maintain his run speed through that door transition. That one's a pretty tight one. And gonna lay the bomb here in advance. Let it, I think it's 60, I want to say 60 frames. I think it's 60 frames from the time you lay a bomb or a power bomb to the time that it explodes. So he dropped it, went back to grab the item, and then came back when it was clear.
Just one of many optimizations in this incredible category. I think, obviously, because it is one of the longest vanilla categories, I think you'd have to have the most optimizations. But every single area of the game, every single room, carrying that momentum through the door transitions, realigning the doors during the door transitions. I mean, there's just so much nuance and so much that goes into this.
That is true. Tell us a little bit about Hockey. If you notice, he just skipped that missile right there, that charge missile. Tell us a little bit about why he's skipping that.
Well, the easy answer is the answer I'm going to give, which is it's faster to get it later. Why is it faster to get it later? I'm shrugging my shoulders right now, Kim.
Well, it's just a little bit faster because you can pick it up on the second round of the Green Brinstar cleanup. And it's just kind of easier to pick up at that moment because you don't have to, like, I think it saves like about a second or so because you don't have to, quote unquote, route over to get it like you would when you get charged.
Oh, that's amazing. So just by skipping what is the game intends for you to get that missile pack, but skipping it saves an entire second, which to a speedrunner of Super Metroid might as well be an eternity, if you ask me.
That's right.
Kind of a polarizing item pickup here, the Spazer Beam. I think it's a great early game item. Sure, it's completely supplanted by the Plasma Beam later on, but you get the Plasma Beam relatively late in the game. So, like Spazer team, unite, stand up, chat, if you support the Spazer. I see a lot of people sitting down, Kip.
Well, I gotta tell you, I actually used to not really care that much about Spazer, but when I started running New Route, I have a new appreciation for it, and I actually do think it's very useful, even in this run during that Upper Norfair section in particular. And unless I am misremembering, well, it depends on how you want to do it. Later in the run, there's like a wraparound shot that you have to do.
That's right.
And some people do it with wave only, and some people do it with Spazer. I actually think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think if you have Spazer on, I think it's a little more lenient, but I want to say that, not hockey, I want to say Zeni does it with just wave, but I don't remember. We'll see when we get there.
For sure. So Zeni facing off against the first major boss. Kraid going with a missile, quick kill, deliver 2 missiles, 3 supers, textbook execution. Well done from Zeni.
And there's that Varia suit. I'm a big fan of the Varia icon. I like that icon. It's very
I
nice.
do too. Kind of reminds me of like an old school Atom icon or something.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Hey, can I squeeze in here and let you guys know something real quick?
Absolutely.
We're already at $75 for the 200 to free the Dachora.
We're almost halfway there, and we're only 11 minutes into this run. Thank you, chat. Thank you, viewers. Let's hit that incentive. Let's see Apathy Duck free that Dachora.
So hold on. Everybody calls it the Decora. Then Greenleaf says Dashora, and I like it. And now he's already changed it to something to a third thing. Come on, man. What are we rolling with here?
I'm trying to keep you
all
on
of the
your
above, Kip. I say all of the above. Dashora, Dachora, Decora. You know, I mean, Kraid's got to work on his decor. It's very plain here in his warehouse.
You know, that was real. I got to give you an A+ for that one. That was good.
It's terrible, but you know what's not terrible, Kip, is Zeni's movement. His contribution to this category has been just incredible. Heading down into Upper Norfair, lots and lots of items to pick up here. I was just talking the other day, during a randomizer, not of a vanilla run of the game, but Upper Norfair just has so many goodies in this game. Like, there's just so many good pickups.
Yeah, it's the most chock full. First of all, high jump boots here is my favorite item. Very, very strong item in terms of affecting your movement, but let me see if I can explain this briefly. The biggest difference, this is my opinion, but you know, I've run the game for quite a while across multiple categories, so I'd like to hope I might have at least some idea of what I'm talking about. But the difference between a really elite runner, a really good runner, and then like a newer runner, a lot of times the biggest difference between those runners is their ability to utilize and leverage high jump boots and speed booster in combination. When you get those two together, the elite runners are able to get even more out. Like the combination of those, the way it affects the physics and the way you move, provides a lot more powerful stuff, but it's also a lot more volatility. And so the people that can manage that and have really good control over it end up getting, you know, little by little by little by little, way more out of it, room to room to room. So the high jump boot and speed booster, in this, having both of those things in this section, are going to be the two biggest impacts that you can have on your movement.
Absolutely, because I do understand that having speed booster does have an effect both with and without high jump boots on Samus's maximum jump height.
Yes,
among other things.
In fact, both of the items actually impact Samus's like if you don't have any upgrades at all and you're just like doing the beginning of the game, the way that she moves, high jump boots adds height, obviously, but it actually limits some of the horizontal jumping.
Oh, okay.
You can actually jump further horizontally without high jump boots on. Speed Booster is sort of the opposite. It actually will sometimes, depending on how much speed you've built up, it can actually lower your jump height. So it's those two things in combination, knowing how to manage them, how to use them, and plus, whenever she's like moving this quickly, you know, like you have a maximum speed you can hit at the beginning of the game that's not drastically faster than your normal, you know, just walk speed. But here, there's so much speed now that there's so much more volatility in how you have to control her. So Zenny is literally one of the best in the world at utilizing these, and it's going to be fun to watch over the rest of the run.
I just love to hear the explanations about kind of the nuance and some of the more subtle things about Super Metroid speedrunning, balancing the boosted speed versus the higher jumping, but limiting kind of the horizontal jump arc. But we'll talk about horizontal movement. How about that damage boost right outside a double chamber, I believe, in the single chamber? And
That was a really nice strat, yeah.
We're already to wave beam. So Zenny setting a really nice pace here during this upper Norfair cleanup, and we got plenty more cleanups and many more areas and bosses to face off with.
We actually just saw an example of what I was talking about. Jumping at that exact location in the room, the reason you're able to get enough jump height to get to the top of the double chamber in that room after you get wave is because you have only a certain amount of speed built up. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. The physics of this game are incredibly complicated, but that's part of what makes it one of those games that's really fun to sink a lot of time into. Zenny here is going to grab the Ice Beam, which is a key part of this particular route of doing the Crocomire late. You kind of mentioned it earlier, but remind us a little bit. Why is it important for him to get the Ice Beam now as opposed to later? You know, the other route gets it on the way down to Lower Norfair. Why is he picking it up now?
Well, I think the reason why it's important for him to get Ice Beam now and not visit Crocomire is this will give Zenny access to Shack Tool's hallway and thus the Spring Ball when he gets to Meridia. The other option would be to get the Grapple Beam by going down and fighting Croc, because we're not going to see Upper Norfair again until we're heading down to Lower Norfair for the last boss of the Golden Forest statue bosses, Ridley. So, Grapple Beam, the intended way to get to Shack Tool by, you know, zapping one of those crumbling grapple blocks. But Zenny's going to be able to execute a pretty challenging trick known as the Ice Clip. And
That's right.
he's got a fantastic setup for it. It's very consistent.
He does, and I just want to go ahead and apologize. Chat can help us out, but Zenny and I, or excuse me, Hockey and I have this problem every time we comment one of Zenny's runs. It's like we'll talk about something for 10 seconds, and in that 10 seconds, we'll miss some huge trick. Like, there's just tricks in every room. I think we missed talking about, I think he got the bomb spread this time at Bubble Mountain.
He did.
And we didn't mention it, so that's my fault. But
He also just got Alpha Spark.
He did, and before that, he got the Ice Escape, too. So there's all kinds of stuff going on. Here's a fun thing. I love having Ice Beam this early because you get to freeze some of these Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
we call them the Ninja Turtles because
that's
there's
hot
4 of them.
movement, Kip, into Hellway.
Yeah, the real question is which one did he freeze? I always say that Leonardo's at the top and Michelangelo's second, just like the arcades. So I think Michelangelo got froze there.
That's all right. He'll thaw out when the planet explodes. Or maybe the next time down Red Tower. But first power bomb pickup here. And of course he's going to blow down this wall behind this so-called alpha power bombs and get this sneaky missile attack back here. But yeah, full throttle heading to Rex ship, hoping to see that ocean fly, my favorite spark in the game.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too. I do want to point out one thing that has nothing to do with tech, but it's something I just personally love. You know, my primary 2 categories that I've run probably the most of are low ice and any percent, which go fan tune first. I really love watching a category where you get various suit for a little while before gravity and you get to see that nice orange suit. I really think it looks great on Samus.
Totally. I know you talked about in the Zeus versus Zenny race a couple weeks ago that you drove a Camaro in high school with pretty much that same orange.
Yeah, that's right. So
that's terrific.
It always reminds me, but I do think that looks really good. I really love everything about this game. I think the the physics are great. I think the combat's great. I think the visuals are great. The music's great. It's a fantastic game.
Absolutely, absolutely. So hopefully Zenny can nail this ocean fly. Otherwise, it's a pair of sparks, and they're both really cool, but nothing beats that one continuous spark all the way to the wrecked ship.
I think he got it this time.
That shot looks super good. Is it on target? Yes.
Oh,
just
so
a small
close.
bonk there, but that's all right. He's gonna get a little short charge here right at the beach here of the West Ocean. And what do you think, Kip? We got time for a donation?
Yeah, I always have time for a donation.
All right. Well, to update on the status of Save Kill the Animals, Save the Animals is making a little comeback because we just had a $40 donation from a crawler that just says save, save, save.
Well, I appreciate the
Outstanding.
donation, but I hate to break this to you. There aren't any saves in this run. Zenny won't have any reason to visit any of the save stations, but I feel you.
Oh my goodness. No saving required, you know. ShinyZeni usually remembers to save the game, but this time he's going to intentionally not save the game.
How long
But
do you
we're
think it's going to be before somebody says, actually, it's saved at the ship? When Anyway, let's keep going.
For sure. So we got second major boss here, Fantoon. Plenty of missiles on tap here. Zenny has these loaded to the hilt with missiles, which are going to be the primary damage dealers for Fantoon.
Oh, starting with a slow.
Yep, definitely a slow pattern. But
Ooh.
then he's ready and waiting.
Oh,
I
he was
thought he was
going for
gonna
that one
connect.
round.
Going for the one round. What a mad lad. You love to see it. Love to see the competitive spirit that Zenny brings to this game.
Slow, slow.
Fantoon, what a jerk. So you heard Kip and I talk about these slow patterns. Fantoon can open with one of three patterns. Let's get a fast. Let's get a slow, slow, fast.
Let's at least get a mid here. Don't give us that troll right slow again. Thank you.
There we go.
There we go.
So that was a really good 3-round despite the two slows. Obviously, Zenny or any runner doesn't have control over Fantoon's pattern decision making. It is, I think it's on like a global random number generator or something. I don't know. It had something in there. Kip had the word global in it.
It's something to do with the number of frames that has gone by or something. I have no idea. I just go in there and shoot it till it's dead.
If he bleeds, we can kill him.
Exactly.
So yeah, wreck ship cleanup here. Checking out these right side supers. Curious. Are we still sitting at $75 for the free the Decora?
Yeah, I'm curious.
We are unfortunately still sitting at $75 to free the Dashora. Is that how you wanted me to say it again?
I love it.
I like it because it sounds like Dash. I'm for it.
Yep. All right, Kip, take the mic. I'm changing this.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Hockey is going to get in there and looks like he's going to make a little bit of a donation here to the to try to get this extra run on the books, which we're really excited. We hope it gets on there. Check out this sweet strat here. Oh, yeah. I love it. He bounces across a little bit there, keeping his momentum and then deboosting over. Such a fantastic strat. This next room, actually, getting the wreck ship energy tank, this is one of the unique strats that you have to run this exact route because you don't have the grapple beam. And he did a fantastic job. It's not easy at all to get that bomb jump over with only one bomb. A lot of times people will set it up with 2 bombs. But Zenny is an absolute master Super Metroid player and able to do make things that are very difficult and also sort of, I guess, stressful look very easy.
Sorry, Kip, this is taking longer than I wanted because of 2-factor authentication.
It's
But,
okay, Hockey.
I just blinked and he's back in the main shaft of wrecked ship. What happened? Did he skip the E-tank or what, Kip?
He got it super fast. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna be quiet. Let's watch this. That is like, I'm not even gonna try to explain. Yeah, for those of y'all that don't watch Super Metroid, let me just explain. That was nasty.
You absolutely love to see it. You love to see this pinpoint precision on the movement. My goodness gracious. What an incredible... For those of you new to Super Metroid speedrunning, that part of the wreck ship is called the attic. And
So
that
crazy.
was an incredible attic.
This exit is crazy too. Good grief, man.
What can you do but just look back at it and be like, wow, this Zeni guy's really good.
The fact that he morphed and kept his momentum over that ledge but didn't run into the other ledge on the way out is also just one of those little tiny nuances at the end that's like really difficult to do. And he nailed it all, man. That was perfect.
Absolutely crushing it right now. We're proud of you, Zeni. We'd love to watch you run. We'd love to watch you race, especially in something like Hundo, where incredibly competitive, second all-time ever, and just really close on the cusp of that 112.
Yeah, it's hard to explain for those people that maybe don't follow Super Metroid. It's difficult to explain just how crazy 112 is, or really even just 113. They're all crazy, but he just attempted. I think he got it, but this strat is nuts. There's like, this room is actually quite big, and this Chozo statue is going to walk us down to the secondary portion of the room. But when he ran over the spikes, he tried to get 2 wave, charge wave, ice, whatever shots that went through the floor, hit the robots, hopefully knocked them into the hole that they're standing in front of, and then laid a power bomb to clear out the statue in advance. This saves a lot of time. It's super swag. If he did it correctly, he can literally just straight run to the right here. Look at this. Crazy.
Oh, Zeni! Double robot flush, as Kip said, cleared away the statue with a power bomb. And just a quick spark up to that reserve tank. Just, what a set piece following that bowling. I call it a cutscene, but following that bowling cutscene.
I don't run Hundo a ton, but I have actually practiced that strat a decent bit, and I've gotten it right exactly 0 times. So, great job there, Zeni.
And Kip, you're no slouch at this game. Very impressive runner. I've never even attempted it, so I know I would never get it.
Well, who knows? Maybe it's just not in my wheelhouse to do Hundo strats. Who knows? But now we got the old gravity suit. So we got the, all right, serious quick question for you. Oh, look at that. Holy moly. I feel like every single room this dude is just doing like the craziest thing you can imagine. It's hard to explain to y'all how crazy tight that is.
What was that, West Ocean morph ball in the corner pocket? Like, what even was that?
I don't know. I don't know what you call that. But you know what I just realized? That you saying that made me think of another sport. Like, we need to come up with a strat that's called the 7-10 split. I don't know how we're going to get that in, but we got to find a way. But anyway, quick question for you and for chat. This is just for fun. Would you guys call the gravity suit purple or pink?
Oh, no. Don't do it, Kip. Don't do it.
Purple or pink? What's it going to be?
Purple. All day purple.
I've called it purple my whole life, too. But, I mean, I can understand where people are coming from. All right, here's that wraparound. Oh, first try.
First try. You could hear the door open with that wraparound shot. Now watch this.
Okay. So Zeni's gonna land at the tip of this ledge. Oh no!
Popped the reserve and sparked into the ceiling. Went for it though, Kip.
He went for it. He almost got it. That is a really crazy strat that would allow him. It's like super tight, but it would have allowed him to shine spark across this entire room through these blocks. Not a huge deal. He'll just drop some power bombs. He doesn't have to worry about taking damage because at this point, your energy, unless I'm just missing something or don't understand something about the Hundo run at the highest level, but at this point, I don't think your energy matters that much. Plus, you'll actually be running into several more energy tanks coming up anyway, so not a big deal.
For sure, for sure. What's really impressive is how fast his backups were. Those power bombs, those damage boosts, just optimally placed, optimally executed after he missed what the commonly accepted term now is the procreation professional. That is the name of that trick in the back of Gauntlet there.
That's correct. And I don't usually add too many things to the lore of Super Metroid, but no one ever landed at the tip of that ledge until Zenny started going for that trick. So, anyway, I think you know what I like to call that.
Thinking of what you're putting down, Kip.
We'll continue on here. We're gonna go to the bottom of Green Tower. As you guys can tell, we are back kind of near where we started at the beginning of the game. And we're gonna do our green Brinstar and pink Brinstar cleanup. Gonna have a lot of cool items down here, and we're gonna get a chance to see the animals.
Absolutely get to see those Edecoons, the polarizing characters that they are. But before we meet those dastardly Edecoons, how about a time for a quick donation?
All right, we can absolutely do that because we did have a $100 donation from Emily Nix saying save the run, kill the animals. So that puts kill the animals in the lead, $250 to $60. And also, I have a little bit of a glitch in my matrix here. I have a $50 donation that says free the Dashora, go duck. But for some reason, it's not putting a name up on my donor list. I don't know who that's from.
I'm claiming that one, Greenleaf. That was 100% me. Man, are you pulling my leg or what?
No, it absolutely says you. I was just trying to, have a little
So you
fun.
are pulling my leg. Oh my
course
god.
I am.
Oh, I love it. Anything to support my friends in this game. I've made a ton of them through this game, even though I'm not much of a runner, but it's just such a great speedrunning community. If you've ever had any ideas about running this game, all you viewers out there on SpeedGaming, you absolutely should run this game and join the community.
Or just hang out with us, even if you don't run the game. I promise we got a lot of fun, folks. Before I forget, two things. He just ran past the Dashora. He did not let it out, but Apathy Duck will if we can get to the $200 incentive. And then Emily, whoever you are out there, I don't know who you are, but I just want to tell you I love you because you donated for Kill the Animals. So
had a healthy
job.
donation, a $100 donation. Way to go, Emily. But yeah, hopefully we can meet that incentive to get that extra run by Duck. But Zenny is just absolutely putting on a Super Metroid speedrun movement technique clinic, Kip. It's incredible. Seriously. Mission Impossible, got it. Wave Gate Room, no sweat. Big Pink in Pink Brinstar is absolutely no challenge for a runner this accomplished.
No, he is killing it all.
Cat making a really good point, Kip, when it comes to join the Super Metroid community and kind of cutting your teeth on some of these speedrun categories. Zenny has made a huge contribution as far as tutorials for all sorts of different movement and rooms and bosses and everything.
He has, and I believe you can find all those on his YouTube channel. I can't remember if some of them are additionally on his Twitch channel, like his uploads or something, or highlights, but either way, they're definitely out there. You should give him a watch. He's got a lot of great information out there that not only will help in terms of specific categories, but just will help you become a better player.
Absolutely. So we're finally getting that missile pack, Kip. It's 100% on the way down, going to that waterway to grab an E-tank. But a couple power bombs laid down and just gonna run right through all these enemies and those speed blocks.
Indeed. Coming to grab the waterway E-tank. Let me think about this for a minute. Is the waterway E-tank the furthest bottom left on the map you can ever get in this game? No, that's not true. The Edecoon save probably would be. Never mind. I take it all back.
Well, I've tried
Oh
to.
my God! Sorry, I
was
didn't
that?
mean to interrupt you. He got the charge clip, which is
Oh my gosh.
you have to do that blind.
Incredible. Incredible stuff. Well, what are we witnessing right here, Kip? This is I gotta take a quote from our good Super Metroid friend, Professor School. He describes the movement, especially in the hundo category, as poetry in motion. And I couldn't agree with him more.
Poetry in motion. Let's see if he can get one of my favorite strats here. Oh baby. Boonk.
Oh, that's it. Oh, love it.
We call that
I
one
love
Blockbuster. Big fan of Blockbuster Video. But I do love that strat. Not only is it faster, but it's just swag. You get a speedball, which is a combination of having the, Shine Spark Echoes and doing a mock ball. And since those things can break blocks, you don't have to wait the, second or so to get the bomb to break those blocks. It's really nice.
Terrific stuff. I just love how this game has progressed over the years. People are finding all sorts of interesting stuff, going for the hardest, definitely the most challenging, tightest strats possible in every room of the game. Really
short charge.
I was going to say, Kip, speaking of tight, that short charge, how tight was it?
It was pretty tight. Yeah, I think it might be the tightest one in the run, other than if you go for the professional strat and gauntlet. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to get, especially with that crab there. Most people, myself included, if they go for that, they will kill the crab and then turn back around. He actually was doing it while also shooting the crab, so that was really impressive.
Incredible. It's like you're planning at least 10 moves in advance while executing 3 moves simultaneously. It's incredible to watch. A little bit of disagreement here in chat. Is it a stutter 3? Is it a stutter 4?
You can do it with a stutter 3. But everybody, the fun thing about short charging in this game is it's kind of a choose your own adventure. Some people will actually 3-tap when a 2-tap is all that is necessary, but it's because they just have like an internal rhythm for 3-tapping, and they do like that for almost every strat or something. Like there's all kinds of ways of doing things in the game.
No doubt about it. That's what makes the game so interesting, Kip, is every runner brings their own flavor to the game. And I tell you what Zeni's cooking up right now, just an incredible flavor.
It really is. Let's see. I don't have a very sophisticated palate when it comes to food, but when I watch... Oh, look at that. Jumping into that hole right there is very difficult. When I watch Zeni's runs, it makes me think of those professional chefs that can taste something and then talk about the 18 ingredients that are in it. Like, there's so much variety happening here.
So much. If you're talking Super Metroid speedrunning analogous to cuisine, this is for refined palates, this speedrun. That's for sure.
It sure is.
Zeni cooking with some fine ingredients today.
And I'd be remiss. He almost got out without me saying it. Chrono Trigger hype. I'll just leave it at that. All right, let's continue.
I gotta have it. Squaresoft, you ripped off those enemies.
I love this moonfall right here. It's actually really difficult to get all the way down, but it still saves some time. And he's going to be heading into Aqueduct. This movement that you see, this back and forth, is actually a manipulation of the snail that's on the floor there. And if you do it correctly, you can lower the lag in the room a little bit.
I mean, he is just absolutely on fire right now. Just incredible. We got Batoon here. He's got wave beams, so we're going to see some X Factor action. Super Missile Select, 1 round Batoon fight, Water Snake down, and he's not going to wait around for anything. That wall comes down and he's already in the next room to grab that E-Tank. On the way back, my mistake, this isn't any percent hockey, this is 100%. And of course, it's just the cherry on top there, Kip. How about full halfie across the Coliseum?
You gotta love the full halfie. I think the full halfie is one of those tricks that never gets old. Like, it just looks rad every time.
It really does, because that room is very tough to do optimally if you don't hit that spark.
It is. It's one of those situations where it's like a big trick. When you hit it, you save a bunch of time, and when you miss it, it stinks to have to do the backup strats.
Some kind of technical deboosting across the spikes and wall jumps and all sorts of things. But Kip, we're already into our third of 4 boss fights, and how about a spike suit? Why not? Why not get a spike suit?
By the way, the Dragon fight, I do want to say on a serious note that this fight is actually quite difficult to do perfectly, to try to do the 2 and blue strat. He's going to run under her, pump some missiles, then boom. It doesn't look like much, but I promise you that fight is actually quite intense on the inputs. So, and you got to have really good timing on it. So, excellent job.
Incredible. I just felt a chill go up my spine, Kip. That was 2 and blue with a spike suit conversion, deboost off the electricity to grab the drops from Dragon, and now he's got space jump. I mean, it's incredible. I use that word so often, but like my vocabulary has failed me, Kip. There's nothing else I can use to describe this.
No, it really is. He's tearing it up. And space jump is a fantastic item. We were actually kind of talking off stream. There's that spike suit storing the shine spark there. We were actually talking off stream a little bit before this about space jump, and some people kind of get irritated with it because of the physics of it. I actually think it's great, but one thing newer players might not realize is in the water, when you're in water physics, like in Meridia, the cooldown for space jump is actually like extremely small. So you can kind of spam it. And so I think sometimes when people get into the normal air physics, it can be a little more particular and it kind of frustrating, but space jump allows for some really awesome strats.
No doubt about it. I do love that spammable space jump underwater. Whether you're a novice runner or somebody elite like ShinyZeni, definitely a great pickup in this game, and some really interesting and fast movement that's capable with it.
Can I interrupt with some things that I like?
Sure.
Like reaching the goal to free the Dashora. We have a bonus run coming up.
Let's go.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, viewers, for your generous donations. All right, Apathy Duck, you're on deck, because Zeni's going to have that baton pass in very short amount of time.
And guys, if y'all enjoy watching Zeni run, just wait till Apathy Duck gets a hold of the controller.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see it. But now we're getting set up for this ice clip here. No grapple beam required, Kip.
Now look at this. Oh my god, that is so crazy good.
Can't even believe it. It's over before we even finish talking about it. That's what I love about Elite Super Metroid running. It's a challenge every time we commentate, Kip, to try to keep up.
Oh my god, it really is.
So, can I read a couple of donations while we're waiting for this to happen?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so I did promise chat that I would read all of the donations for Save the Dashora once we hit it. So here we go. Start off with a $50 donation from Spread that says, love speedruns, love good causes, got a little spare money, donate. I agree with what they say. We had a $25 donation from Andrew K that said, let's set that Dashora free. We had the aforementioned $50 from Hockey. We had a $50 donation from I Might, saying nothing better than hearing Kip and Hockey on the mic. Much love to the community and Zeni pulling this off. And then to finish off our way to the Dashora, we had a $25 donation from Kip that says kill the animals and save the Dashora, pronounced spelled like that way, Dash-or-a. And a $25 donation from Mr. Gooey that says free the burb! Shout outs to Funky Town.
Oh my god.
Wow. Thank you very much, Gooey. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Gooey. Thank you, Kip. That's awesome.
Thank you to everyone else that donated as well. Obviously, like, we're all just kind of goofing off and having fun here. Zeni is doing the heavy lifting, and we're just kind of having fun. But we really do, for real, appreciate everyone donating and Feasel and SpeedGaming for putting on such a great event and raising money for charity. This is something really fun to be a part of.
For sure. If you had asked me 5, 6 years ago if I'd be jumping on the microphone to watch my friends that are amazing at this game, raising money for these incredible causes, especially speed gaming, supporting No Kid Hungry, like I would have told you were out of your darn mind. And here I am. It's just a wonderful experience for everybody.
It is. You know, not to get all sappy in the middle of this hundo run, but occasionally I do actually reflect on the fact that it's really awesome that we have a ginormous community of people that love retro gaming and speedrunning in general and stuff that can come together and have fun together, and then also do some cool stuff like raise money for charity. So it's really awesome that we get to do stuff like this.
For sure, for sure. How about that Plasma Pirates room? The D-boost, the freezing. Wow. Zeni really impressing. So we talked about this before, Kip, but I don't think you could ever say it enough, is that hundo is all about will and attrition because it is such a lengthier category.
It is. And these rooms near the end of the run can really, well, we're not near the end, but the rooms in the latter half of the run, like these rooms are really difficult and can be really complicated because let's see, how can I explain it? The more items you get that give you more options, the crazier you can do stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Talk about crazy. How about that entrance into Cack Attack Alley, Kip? My goodness.
That was gorgeous. I really, in particular, like that D-boost that he did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, like you said, Kip, the more items you have, the more options you have at your disposal. How about this option right here?
Here it comes. Oh my God.
Oh, how many tricks does he have in his repertoire, Kip?
I don't know, but you know what's interesting? Now that it's I think it's fortuitous that I made that statement and then you just reminded me, because technically speaking, that strat could not be done unless you had speed booster, high jump boots, spring ball, and space jump. So that was like literally the quad, if you will.
Quadfecta, required to execute that speed keep, breaking those blocks without a shine spark, no crash animation delay. Wow, and he's already into the left sandpit to pick up that reserve tank and missile.
Check out this bomb. Let's see if he got it. He's trying to drop it in advance so it'll bump him over.
My goodness, just all this stuff, all these little tiny tricks with the big tricks. Even the medium-sized tricks, Kip, everything just gets combined together. Wow.
I mean, that might be my favorite thing about Super Metroid speedrunning. I love running, but my God, I love watching Super Metroid speedrunning. It is such a fun game to watch.
There's no doubt about it, Kip. There's few games like it, I would say. There's a lot of speedrunning out there. There's a lot of speed gaming, but Super Metroid hits a little different.
It sure does. All right, so I think, unless I'm misremembering, all right, yeah, here we go. Oh, I love that little spring ball jump over into Kraid's lair, but he's got to come back over here to get one item that he did not get earlier in the run. The reason he did not get it was because he did not have a power bomb at the time, and this item is locked by these power bomb blocks.
But he's got it now, Kip, and that means he will be heading back down into Norfair. And I'm excited for that because, to me, you get to see some. I mean, we've seen some incredible movement, but we're gonna just turn it up another notch. We got plenty of notches to go. I feel like, Kip, but we're just gonna keep turning it up, cranking it up.
We do. First of all, this is true for me across all categories of Super Metroid. Lower Norfair is my favorite. It's the most dangerous. Sometimes in some of the runs, it can be the most difficult section. I love the music. I think even though Ridley, I have this love-hate relationship with Ridley. It's like, he's such a troll, but like, he's the coolest part of this game, in my opinion. Like, the fight with him, especially in certain categories, can be really complicated. But we're going to see a lot of great tech in Lower Norfair. But to me, I think the hardest part of this entire run, from a technical skill point of view, is actually the retro Brinstar cleanup at the very end. So y'all buckle up, because it's not even close to being over in terms of crazy strats.
No doubt about it. really great movement here through the Croc Speedway. It's really good pace. 49 minutes basically getting to Lower Norfair. That is really impressive.
Shoutouts to Zenny for the jump that he did coming out of the Croc Speedway is a very tight one and tough to get, but it actually provided an opportunity for a very minimal door alignment. So just another, it's like blink and you miss it. Like that's probably like saving, 10 plus frames depending on how bad the previous jump was. But stuff like that, it's like it's easy not to notice, but he did a fantastic job.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it, Kip. So here we are. Get those drums banging. I love this track too, Kip.
Yeah, I love it. It's so good.
Oh, here we go.
I think he got it. Oh, baby.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me right now?
And he jumped at the perfect time to clip up through that hand, saving extra frames. I'm telling y'all, man, that's a tough strat to get.
That was incredible. The space boost into a little short speed ball, spring ball jump, and then just to finish it off, Kip, you say jumps, clips into the hand of the Chozo statue so he can lower the acid.
That strat coming into this room is crazy too. In fact, I think that's I'm not going to say new, he's been doing it, but I think it's like, in the grand scheme of all strats, it's a newer one, if that makes sense. That's really impressive.
For sure. Now we got little golden chorizo statue. Just going to trap him, use that charged plasma ice. I was going to say spacer, but he definitely does not have spacer equipped, but full beam combination. Grab that super missile before the death animation is even over.
That's right. He stole all of GT's potassium. That's why he's gold, is because he uses the banana attack.
Speaking of gold, can I punch in one more time here?
Absolutely.
Did we do it? Did we do it, Greenleaf?
We did it. We definitely just hit $9,000.
Oh my goodness. $9,000 raised so far. Oh my goodness, Kip.
That is very exciting.
Yeah, and that was thanks to a $20 donation from Silly Person that with the appropriate comment of $9,000 hype.
I love it. I love it. Fast pillars for Zenny. He got a little false start there in that Ripper room with the green gate, but he just backed it up and did it perfectly.
Took a 5-yard penalty, but he's fine now. Got a first down on the next strat.
Love it. I love it. First, we got the food metaphors. Don't even open up Pandora's box of sports metaphors. Oh my goodness.
I'm just trying to set you up for the inevitable, like hockey puns.
Oh my goodness. I wish I was that clever, Kip. I really do. I leave puns to the more experienced people, but you never know. I might be able to pull a rabbit out of my hat when we watch Apathy Ducks Free the Decor run.
Go crazy, the Hockey Town owner.
I'm contractually obligated to say that I do not actually own a Hockey Town. Yet.
I like how Zenny dropped a power bomb heading into that Key Hunter staircase room to actually clear out the music or sound. There's something to do with clearing out the sound where it reduces lag on the door transition. Really interesting. And then grabbing what would normally be called the power bomb's a shame. That's what we call the item because it's an item that you would pick up at any percent if you accidentally ran out of power bombs here. But clearly, what did you call them last time? They're the power bombs of necessity or something?
Power bombs of necessity, absolutely, Kim.
I like it.
Okay, chat's having too much fun now because I now have a $1 anonymous donation with the comment of over 9,000!
I mean, Zenny's power level is over 9,000. Look at those spring ball jumps through the Metal Pirates room, through the... I don't even know the name of the room, Kip. Fill me in.
I think we just call that the pre-Ridley farm.
Pre-Ridley farm, yeah.
I was going to try to make a joke about how Zenny's not even in his final form yet, but actually he kind of is because he has all the movement items, but oh well.
This is my final form. Ridley's enraged, taking a lot of damage from all those supers. Only a couple more shots and Zeni's. Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote for that Ridley fight. Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Ridley fight, even in a category like this where it's very fast and you have the full beam combo, the fastest DPS you can do on Ridley is actually still supers because they hit for double the amount. They're worth 600 each instead of 300, like would be normal for a super missile. And so Zeni doesn't literally want to unload every single super because in theory you would like to have some later for certain things, not only in terms of doors you need to open, but also strats and Torian and whatnot later. But there's also a certain flow to the Ridley fight. So anyway, check out this strat. This room is awesome.
Oh, I love this.
That is silly.
That is bonkers. And how about this speedball just to finish off Wasteland? Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
Plasma beam allowing him to clip through those key hunters. Very powerful. And this is another great strat. Go ahead, Hockey.
I do love that about that plasma beam, but you're right. I love this Fire Flea room. Look at the positioning. Grabbing the E-Tank about to deboost off of the unfrozen Fire Flea.
Beautiful.
Oh, what execution. Incredible execution. Just a few more things to get here in Norfair, and we'll finally get that retro Brinstar cleanup that we like so much.
That's right. So as you can see, if you look at his top left of the screen, he has 12 of the 14 energy tanks. I think the two left that he's going to end up picking up are one is at Croc and then one is at Retro Brinstar. However, you can't see there. He's actually missing one of the 4 reserve tanks, which he will get shortly here. When he exits Lower Norfair, it's going to put him back near Bubble Mountain in Upper Norfair. And he actually waited to go into that room until now in the run. He's going to pick up those items over there.
Tricky missile pickup there on the exit from Lower Norfair. Greenleaf, do we have time for a donation?
I would like to say we do, but no one's been donating. I mean, guys, Kill the Animals is winning, so can we get Save the Animals at least a little bit of a chance to compete here? Come on!
Oh my goodness, what's the spread? How far away is it?
Well, let's take a look. It's pretty rough. It's 300 kill, 60 save.
Oh my gosh, is this a SpeedGaming channel or what? Thank you. Thank you, donators out there, for going with Kill the Animals.
I always knew that SpeedGaming folks were of high culture.
Very, very cultured. Here's that reserve tank off of Bubble Mountain. Faster to get it now rather than earlier. And we're not even at the 1 hour mark here, Kip.
It's crazy. And I always say this on comms, but I really love the next strat he's going to do in Bubble Mountain is one of my favorites. It's not one of the most insane in terms of difficulty, but it's just so cool to get such a massive D-boost across such a big, huge room. Let's see if he gets it here. I love that so much. That's so cool.
So good. To grab that missile pack, oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
What incredible movement. I mean, it's not only is it fast, but like you said, it's beautiful movement. Like there's no other descriptor that's accurate as that. Like it's just otherworldly.
You get this giant D-boost across this huge open room. You pre-open that floor with Power Bomb. Then you do a down back to get down to the bottom without hitting the platforms too many times. Then you freeze the Ripper, super it, and then deboost off the spikes. Like it's just all these things chained up together.
It's like 10 moves in one, you know?
Exactly.
But Plasma Beam, definitely not the intended weapon for the vanilla game, but 100% item collection category. Just gonna absolutely give Croc the business here, defeating him in a single shot and waving him adieu. Zeni is an accomplished Super Metroid runner, one of the best of all time, but he's also very polite.
Indeed. Poor Croc. Croc is the only animal in this game that I actually feel sorry for. I don't feel sorry for the other animals.
I will challenge that, Kip, and I'll say I feel the worst for Mama Turtle. Mama Turtle's is trying to raise her turtles in her little turtle room.
Oh, I don't feel bad for Mama Turtle. You know why? Mama Turtle survives the explosion.
She just like gets in her shell and just goes.
Her baby's getting her shell. She's got some cosmic properties, and they just sail across space into a new place. Perfectly safe. Yeah, I promise y'all, they definitely don't die.
Oh my goodness.
She's indestructible.
That's amazing.
Protected by her shell and a mother's love.
That's right. There's no force more powerful than that. But ShinyZeni speedrunning is a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Okay, I think he's going to do a Moonfall and I believe a Super D-Boost here. Oh god, look at this. Boonk.
Oh wow. Can
Gorgeous.
you imagine? Can you even imagine? In your lifetime, have you ever seen anything like this?
So good. Oh.
Well, we got the grapple beam, Kip, and there it is. Fastest room opener in the West.
That's right. Yeah, good look at you, Hockey. You're passing on the information. I like that you remembered.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when you told me that the first time we did comms, I was like, I never understood why they use grapple beam. I thought it was just like to be cute, but it's actually to be faster because they can't bonk the door if they use the grapple beam.
That's correct. It's the only beam that they can use, I think, in that room and then in the X-ray room and the 230 missiles room.
That's right.
That allows the door to be opened fast enough to be bonked without losing run speed. But I will tell everybody out there, maybe if you don't currently speedrun or if you try out some Super Metroid or do some rando or something, grapple feels a little funny because it's the only beam, like every other beam you just press the button and it fires, but grapple actually extends for how long you hold the button. And at first that seems intuitive, and it kind of is, but it feels a little weird when you're used to just tapping the button to get shots, you know what I mean? So it's actually not easy to pull off the strats with it, in my opinion.
No doubt about it. One more missile pack, and then Zeni can say farewell to both Upper and Lower Norfair. But yeah, I mean, I'm running out of things to say about how great this has been. I hope all of you viewers here on SpeedGaming have enjoyed it. We certainly appreciate you donating your dollars to such a wonderful and noble cause as No Kid Hungry. And yeah, this has been a real ride, Kip. It's been phenomenal.
It has. And say goodbye to Norfair, everybody. We are completely done with both Upper and Lower Norfair now. And we're about to start I kind of refer to the last portion as after you get X-ray. I believe that he still has the spike suit. Is that correct,
That's right.
Hockey?
That's right. Yeah, he got a spike suit after defeating Crocomire. He's carried it this entire time to be unleashed now.
Wow. It would be, I keep saying this, but it's true. It's really difficult to explain to everyone how difficult it is to hold that thing this entire time. If he got that jump... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The only thing I can think of that's as hard to hold as that, Kip, is when you're begging your dad to pull the car over. You know, you ever been in that situation?
Right.
Oh my God, there's that grapple beam again, Kip.
There it is. That was the next to last time. And we'll see it one more time, literally on the last item that he's going to pick up, the 230 missiles here in a little bit.
But going back, Kip, you were saying something when we entered X-Ray.
I was just saying he was going for a strat when he jumped into the X-Ray. He was going for a strat that would like carry his momentum and allow him to screw attack that block at the top. He just barely missed it. It's a pretty tight strat, so he used it back up. Oh, he was going for the
so close.
reverse slinky there.
Reverse slinky, one of the rarest tricks in this game. So difficult to pull off.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just take my word for it. The strats for the next couple of minutes here are insane. This sequence of rooms, if done correctly, just is so hard to pull off.
Got a great start so far, Kip.
Yeah, this is crazy. And that power bomb's gonna explode just in time to boom.
Look at that. All the way up into Billy Mays.
I feel like we have a perfect segue for the But Wait There's More, because y'all came here for the Super Metroid Hundo, but wait, there's more. We've raised enough money to get that Free the Decora run after this, which we're looking forward to doing.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Apathy Duck. I've admittedly, Kip, I've never seen a completed run of that before.
I think I have. I've seen people do it. The basic premise of the run is just to get Speed Booster and then go back and let the Decora out, but you have to be very specific in your timing. But Apathy Duck is one of our really awesome runners, and I believe he also, unless it already happened and I missed it, I don't know. I think he's going to be at GDQ running a Michael Jordan video game or something. So anyway, that'll be a lot of fun to watch him do that run, and we can make up the comms as we go, Hockey.
That's right, that's right. So Shine Spark, save up the elevator, sparking across old Mother Brain. Wow. This is just phenomenal.
So I believe this is item 98.
Yeah, that leaves Climb Supers and the 230 missiles. And that is all she wrote.
He's going to do an awesome shot here. I think this is really gratifying. You release at a very specific moment to freeze them all at the same time because of how wide the plasma plus wave beam is there. And get a nice little spark here.
I love the item pickup during the spark with that kind of diagonal animation.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That cool. All right, this is it. The last item pickup for this Hundo run. The aforementioned 230 missiles.
That's right. And as let's point out again the grapple tech.
A mid turnaround animation on the pickup.
Got
Beautiful. No bonk necessary.
And a mock ball out of there, which is actually quite tight. Excellent job. And now he's going to hightail it to G4. All right, so when we get to G4, I assume that we will have probably some maybe either donation discussion or something, or we might get some more announcements. But I do want to point out one small thing. I've mentioned this on comms a few times. I don't remember if I've ever mentioned it with you, Hockey, but I'm curious your opinion and chat as well. I think the 4 statues correspond to, look at Kraid, he's green. Phantoon is yellow. Dragon is blue. Ridley is red. Their eyeballs before the gems that break. I think that that's a nod to the sort of like traditional, kind of like, how in the original Final Fantasy and in a lot of games, there's like the earth crystal, the water crystal, the air crystal, and the fire crystal.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Kraid is earth, and it makes sense. I think it's green. Phantoon is air, yellow, makes the most sense of the 4 primary colors. Blue is water, Dragon, which makes sense, and then Ridley would be fire, red. What do you think?
I think it's airtight and ironclad. I think that should be accepted as canon. I mean,
perfect.
I never even thought of that. My mind is absolutely blown right now.
And I think it's fantastic that you brought up Final Fantasy, because that's one of the incentives we have coming up here later on during the marathon. We've got a Final Fantasy randomizer run coming. 2 of the incentives have been met, but there is a bid war where you guys can pick 2 of the 4 party members. So you have the option of fighter, black belt, red mage, white mage, or black mage. So go ahead and get some donations, and that is a bid war.
Heck yeah.
Are you ready for the true nasty Kip? I know you're ready for these Metroid rooms.
I am, man. Let's get it.
I love that Metroid room too.
I
And
love
how
how
about
he
this
grapples.
Metroid room thing?
Oh, he just barely landed. This is still really fast, but he wasn't able to carry his momentum with the space, but only lost like a second there, no big deal. But yeah, these strats are crazy hard. He's kind of, man, he got some really unfortunate, RNG there. I see some people taking issue with my theory. I'd like to point out a few things. Number one, it is the 4 primary colors of the Famicom, but they are not in the same order. The Famicom does not have red on the top. Number 2, I'm fine with the idea of yellow being associated with earth, but why would you say that green is more associated with air?
Oh man, can't
That's all I gotta say.
Dude.
Just roll with my theory, y'all. Come on. Here come. Oh, I thought we were gonna get the spring ball skip there.
Because for some reason, in most things, air spells are animated in green. That's why.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, most air spells in video games actually have a green animation to them.
Huh. Well,
I'll be darned.
I didn't know that, but I've never associated air with green, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Boy, that's such a tough trick to execute, Kip. That spring ball baby skipping. That's about as close as you can get without getting it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I mean, am I really going to quibble over a tiny blemish on what has otherwise been a fantastically fast run?
No, of course not. And on top of that, I mean, that trick is crazy hard.
Oh, yeah. One thing I love about Zeni Kip is his Zeb skip. How about this?
Little down. Oh, wow. That was really fast. Down skip, or down, excuse me, down back skip.
Unbelievable. No supers to take care of Mother Brain 1, but plenty of regular missiles.
Getting cozy with Mother Brain 1 there. We're going to head into Mother Brain 2. This fight will be very quick with the full beam combination. 20 shots on the dot, and then since we have enough energy, we'll be able to set up the stand-up glitch.
I previously said, Kip, that the stand-up glitch functions on black magic, voodoo, and witchcraft, but unless you've got a more technical explanation for it, I'm rolling with that.
No, I don't. In fact, the vast majority of the time when it comes to explaining why things work in this game, somebody else always knows, and I just know how to press the buttons. That's all I got.
Right on.
You know how some baseball players are see-ball, hit-ball? That's me.
Yep, no doubt about it, Kip. He's Zeni now. He's got control of Samus when normally she'd be kind of kneeling, catching her breath after getting absolutely demolished by Mother Brain's rainbow beam. And now he's got the setup for the stand-up glitch. Animation gets a little bit funky because the game is not expecting you to have control.
That's true. One small thing for the stand-up glitch, the reason he's not currently shooting her is if you look at her coloration, it's a little more purple. She's about to fade into a gray right now. She does not start taking damage until she gets to that final gray color. And so that's why he waited to start shooting her. And he's going to need to be somewhat careful. I mean, there's multiple ways to mess this up. It's not too bad. But he's going to try to pump in a bunch of shots. These will actually count towards the damage that you need to kill Mother Brain 3. And I'm trying to remember, Hockey. Did someone in the chat one time tell us that, like, the most optimal way to do it is actually not to kill her completely during stand-up, but to leave, like, one shot or something?
To leave one shot, yeah. I think he's got it. He's got, like, 30-some shots already. Look
Bingo.
at that, the one shot. That is as optimal a Mother Brain 3 fight with stand-up glitch as you will ever see.
I suppose this would be the time to tell you that we're doing this the correct way. We are, in fact, killing the animals.
Let's go.
Nice job, everybody out there.
Very nice. Into the escape now. Just gotta bring it all home. Oh my goodness, Kip. Hold me, Kip. The strats, they're too good. Blue bomb.
Even on the escape, we get the swag. Y'all, I gotta tell you, this run is gonna end up being, I'm gonna guess, a 1450. I'm gonna go with 1451. Excuse me, 1451, and this is an insane time. Yeah, this is an insane time.
Then he's into parlor. The ship is so close.
Nailed it.
Oh my goodness.
GG, Zenny.
GG, Zenny, finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 51 seconds. Chat, give ShinyZeni your GGs. What a spectacular showcase of Super Metroid 100% item collection.
The fact that we just witnessed a for fun, casual, no reset 114. A 114 is an incredible time in this category. Excellent job to Zenny as always. Make sure that you guys give him a follow. Make sure you check out his stream. Not only does he have great Super Metroid content in terms of playing, exceptional person, fun guy to hang out with, got a great community, so y'all check him out.
Couldn't said it better, Kip. It's been a blast. It's always a privilege and an honor and a fun time to commentate Super Metroid speedrunning, but especially when ShinyZeni's holding the sticks.
I agree, and the cool part is we get to hang out for a little bit longer because
I know we get to keep it run it back, Kip. We're running it back.
Yeah, we're gonna roll that beautiful bean footage one more time. But thank you to everybody out there, seriously, for donating to get this extra run in here. Really excited to get Apathy Duck up in here and have a little fun with some Free the Decora RTA. But we'll stick around for the Deer Force and the 100% completion. Is Zenny around? Zenny, are you here?
Yeah, hey guys. Can you hear me?
Zenny, GG.
GG,
Thanks.
buddy. Tell us all about the run, man. You had a fantastic run.
Yeah, thanks. It's a really good time considering I missed the baby skip. You know, obviously I would have liked to get the baby skip and get that lower 114 that I was hoping for, but in general, you know, the things that needed to go well went well. And you know, of course, then there was Fantoon, the slow mid, I think.
Yeah, he's always trolling.
So yeah, I'm happy with the run considering all the time loss, like the quantifiable time loss that we had between Fantoon and baby skip and stuff like that. So
for sure. And by the way, Hockey and I almost always start off our interview with you by apologizing for missing, like, I'm sure there's 100 strats that you got that we didn't say anything. I particularly want to apologize for not mentioning the bomb strat at Bubble Mountain. My bad. That's a really awesome one.
No.
That's Fred, yeah. Now, Zenny, I gotta ask you this because I don't think maybe I've never seen it before, but that entrance into Cacatac Alley,
oh yeah,
was so nasty. I was like, my head almost turned 360 degrees around.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite strats in the whole game. It's too bad I really messed up Cacatac Alley right after, but the spring ball bounce off the door and then the D boost off the cac through the door. It's definitely one of my all-time favorites. I've had people criticize me for going for it, and you know, I've just stuck with it. And I wouldn't say I get it all the time, but I've gotten it in a fair amount of runs at this point. So absolutely.
I think within that explanation of it being your favorite trick, I think there's some A little bit of advice there for you Super Metroid runners out there. Answer your critics by sticking with the strats you love most, and let your runs speak for you. I mean, that's wonderful. I don't know, am I reading the tea leaves a little too much, Zenny, or what?
No, I mean, I always tell people just make sure you're having fun. I think that should be the number one rule about playing Super Metroid. You know, and obviously sometimes people want to take it more seriously, and that's fine too. But for me, I know that when I have lost sight of the fun, that's when I burn out. You know, so
Sure,
got to keep it fun. Definitely.
Most definitely. I understand how you feel on that one. And there's so many cool things in the community to do, and I love it, Zenny, when you participate with us in some of our races and tournaments and stuff. So, and you're doing Hundo now, but obviously you got a full array of things that you do. So I'm looking forward to seeing what other things you do in the future.
Thanks. Yep. Full steam ahead still on Hundo until I can, at the very least, get the 112, which I've been working on for about 5 months now. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds. Definitely. So I hear we have a very, very serious run coming up by Apathy Duck here.
the seriousest of the serious, I think, Zenny.
We do. In fact, I need to look up who's got the world record. Do you have the world record in this?
No, I think it's Guy Average.
That would make sense.
MGA.
He's very good. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Let's see.